Yo, this is a video of me riding off a picnic table. Oh my god, I broke my face.
Before Jake Paul would build up a massive following on Vine, then expand his social media portfolio to include nearly 5 million followers on Facebook, 1.3 million on Twitter, 6.2 million on Instagram, 2.1 million on Musical.ly, and 5 million on YouTube at the time of this recording. Kid's pretty smart. With Vine going under, he's like, it ain't happening again. I'm just gonna be huge on everything.
And for that, I just want to say thank you.
Before creating Team 10, appearing in the YouTube Red movie Dance Camp, and getting scooped up by Disney to play Dirk Mann on their show Bizarre Fark.
Thanks for watching, Dareheads. See you next time.
Before he made a whole lot of cheddar.
If you have millions of fans and you can convert like even 5% of them to pay for something of yours, you're in the 7-figure range.
Before he vlogged himself staying in a White House bathroom until 3:15 in the morning.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna get in trouble. They're gonna like cart you off to jail if they find you.
And the Secret Service would track him down after the stunt.
We saw your video on YouTube there. There was a lot of people all over the government that were very concerned about what appeared that happened on your video.
Jake grew up in a small town outside of Cleveland, Ohio with his big brother, who you may have also heard of. Both boys excelled in sports and loved to compete with one another. Although they made YouTube videos at a really young age, they didn't find a lot of success until they jumped on Vine. But before that, Jake was an avid wrestler with plans of becoming a Navy SEAL. In the past, I've done a video on his big bro, and I predicted that Logan was going to become the next Ashton Kutcher of Hollywood. So I guess that would make Jake Paul the next, I don't know, Fez?
Now, I am off to spend the rest of my American money on candy and porno.
Nah, he's gonna be way bigger than Fez. Kid's a superstar. What's going on, guys? My name is Michael McCrudden, documenting the life and career of Jake Paul prior to fame, here for you on Before They're Famous. We've covered plenty of other online stars in the past, including Amanda CERNY, but you guys gotta let me know who's next in the comments down below. Jake Joseph Paul was born on January 17, 1997 to Gregory Allen Paul and Pamela Ann Stepnick. Pamela was a nurse and Greg was a real estate agent who started his own roofing company. Prior to that, he had been in the Army, and prior to his success online, Jake actually had ambitions to become a Navy SEAL himself. Jake was born 3 weeks early, and as a baby, he cried a lot and tended to projectile vomit. He also apparently tried to punch the doctor in the face when he was born. But other than that, he was happy and healthy. He grew up with his older brother Logan in Westlake, Ohio, a suburb about 10 miles outside of Cleveland. Jake's parents got divorced when he was in kindergarten, but he was too young to really know what was going on. And by the time he was old enough to understand adult relationships, his mom was remarried to a successful doctor and his dad was out there lady killing it like a boss. Sorry. Despite the divorce, his parents got along fine and were both actively involved in Jake's upbringing. Jake's dad's house was out in the woods with lots of outdoor space, and his mom's house was more of a modern suburban home with a backyard, but still had enough room for the boys to play basketball. You probably wouldn't be surprised to learn that both Jake and Logan grew up obsessed with sports and loved to compete in every possible way. Jake first started to play in a football league when he was 10 years old, but because of the 2-year age difference, the brothers were never able to play against each other in organized leagues. Not directly anyway. Jake recalls that he always tried to beat his big brother's league records. For example, when Logan was in 6th grade, he scored over 20 touchdowns in a single season. So when Jake was in the 6th grade, he tried to beat that record and managed to score over 30 touchdowns. Take that, Logan. Jake took the first step on his journey to fame on Christmas Day back in 2007. That day, he and his brother received a handheld Sony video camera from their dad. They got the camera to record their football games, but they started messing around with the camera from day one. They would film themselves goofing around, doing backflips on the trampoline, and driving their four-wheeler. Logan edited the footage into short clips, but without a platform, there wasn't much they could do with it. Like most guys of this generation, Jake didn't watch much TV growing up, but he was a huge fan of YouTube and he got hooked on the platform watching Smosh, but Niga Higa was also one of his early faves. I actually had a dream about Niga Higa the other day, wondering if he got shut down in Apocalypse. The name's just a little touchy. Jake and Logan created their first YouTube channel, Zoosh, on November 23, 2007. Here they shared videos of the two of them playing around in the yard, and it wouldn't be long before their content would evolve to include skits and other funny material. They also built a spin-off channel called Zoosh Extras in 2008, and even back then, well, Logan, he was stealing the show.
Hey, what's your name again?
My name's Mike Butsky.
Okay, Mike, we'll see you in a little bit.
Okay, bye.
Jake and Logan posted regularly to Zoosh for 4 years, but there wasn't much traction on their videos. So around the time that Jake entered high school, they called it quits, at least for a while. Entering high school, Jake quit making videos and focused on sports, particularly wrestling. As a freshman, he made the varsity team, and in the summer, he got his first car, an all-black lifted Jeep Wrangler. He and his brother started a landscaping business, working for $10 an hour. Then when Logan suggested they get back to making videos on Zoosh, Jake agreed. On April 10, 2013, the boys made the return to YouTube.
But we got good news, guys. We're coming back. Jake, what do you think of that? Man, the hype is real, man.
But the return to YouTube didn't get them the attention they were seeking. They only had about 3,000 subscribers. But not to be completely let down, Jake decided to register his current YouTube channel on September 19, 2013. He didn't drop any videos at this time, but he was probably just saving the property, knowing one day he was gonna be a star. In the meantime, Jake had discovered a new platform that he was gonna dominate. Just a few weeks after Vine came out, Jake downloaded the app and started making videos. Then he introduced the app to Logan, and the boys decided to turn it into a competition over who could get more followers. In the long run, Logan would go on to gain more Vine followers, but Jake was also a stud who amassed over 5 million. Then Logan, he went off to college, and the separation was hard on Jake because not everyone at school was supporting his online growth.
People treat me different, but then there's the people who are like haters, and then there's the people who are just like, oh, I've known him, he's not famous or anything.
Jake shrugged off the naysayers, plus while he was still a junior in high school, he was getting contacted by brands about sponsorship deals. As the money began to roll in, Jake made his first splurge, buying a gold Rolex watch.
Thanks for talking to us. And that's a nice watch, by the way. That is a really big watch. You will never not know what time it is.
I will always know what time it is with this watch.
And trust me, there were other perks as well.
Well, actually, I met my girlfriend through Vine, and she's Miss Teen Texas, so she's very beautiful. So that was a little plus. So.
Yeah.
He got to work expanding his creative output to virtually every social media platform in the world. His first YouTube video on his current channel was, as you might expect, a Vine video compilation dropped on March 27th of 2014.
Logan, there's a spider on your shoulder.
Where?
Stay still.
I am.
It's going on your face.
Get it.
It's going on your face.
Get it, dude. I got it.
Realizing that he was now an online star, Jake relocated to Los Angeles with his big bro. When he got to LA, he literally hopped off the plane at LAX listening to a Miley Cyrus tune. It was a big moment for him, the moment he vowed to make it in Hollywood. He was recording that moment as well, but he has since lost the footage. Such a shame. The boys lived together in a 2-bedroom apartment with 5 or 6 other people. They also began preparing for the Hollywood roles that would soon be coming their way. The best piece of advice Jake ever received was when someone stated, "Successful people don't worry about what other people are doing." With this in mind, Jake kept himself busy and signed up for acting and improv classes with the Groundlings, the Upright Citizens Brigade Theater in Los Angeles, and Marjorie Valentine's studio. Jake could have easily got swept up in the LA nightlife, but he insists that he doesn't drink, smoke, or stay out late to hit up clubs or parties. What a stud, I can't say the same. Through his work on Vine, Jake already understood the value of collaboration, and he kept this in mind jumping in on other projects, like his brief stint in the 2014 Bad Weather films Rainbow Man, which starred his big bro Logan. You know, most people be getting all jealous. He's like, just give me a little roll.
Throw it with your left hand. Left hand.
Sick, dude.
But one terrible throw from my brother changed all that.
In 2016, he released his book, You Gotta Make It, a comedic autobiography. Now, Jake is not a big fan of reading. He said he's read a total of 3 books in his entire life. So he even included a chapter in his book called Just the Good Parts, for readers who are like him, but have a short attention span. 2016 was also the year he launched the YouTube channel Team 10. What's that? Well, as he explains, Team 10 is today's modern Disney. That's the vision. We incubate talent from the start of their careers and have equity and perpetuity in people's careers. We also create content with the talent. Beyond that, we are creating IP around the talent. Everything we do feeds into itself and grows it more. Influencers are powerful by themselves, but combined, it's unstoppable. Team 10 is the answer to that. Whoa, that was actually pretty intense for a guy who doesn't read a lot. I'm impressed. Also in 2016, he played Duggan in Fox's digital movie Mono. He played Lance in the YouTube Red original movie Dance Camp. And of course, he was cast to play Dirk on the Disney Channel comedy series Bizarre Vark. Be careful saying that. Might come out like a swear word. Yeah.
Dirk doing crazy dares, saying here we go.
It takes 5 5 days to film one episode of Bizarre Fark, and by the end of the day, Jake says he can barely speak. Jake also played Conrad in the TV movie The Monroes, and both appeared in and helped to write Airplane Mode along with his big bro, which is currently in post-production and should be released this year in 2017. As for the rest of the story, well, we'll have to wait and see because this is before they're famous. Now I tried to come up with as much original information as I could to make for this video because I had done Logan Paul and they could have been so similar. So if you watch the Logan Paul one, you'll see that I got a bunch of different information in both videos. So, happy watching. See you guys in another video, and good work to these boys. Very impressive. He's way better than Fez, I swear.